Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to the channel. Today, this video is going to be much more like laid back compared to the last video, which, by the way, I did want to start out by thanking you guys very much for all the support you guys have shown on the new video. But I don't want to dwell too much on that. I want to get right into what we're talking about today. Well, I am actually filming this on Christmas Day. Just because my family, we did stuff like last week, and so I don't really have anything else to do today, so I kind of figured today would be a good day to kind of get a jump on this video. And of course, by the time you're watching this, it will be January, and by the title obviously as well, that means it is 2022. Wow, that is insane. And I touched on this lightly with the last video, but I really wanted to talk about my goals for this next year and what this next year means for me. So one of the big goals I actually have for myself is that I am following my dream of being a professional wrestler. And in March, in less than 75 days from now, 75 or 76, I am going to actually be flying down to Florida and staying there for 3 weeks to train under two guys I have watched and respect a great deal. Okay, and over the last year, I feel like all the work that I did with my therapist, I finally feel like the foundation has been set for me to actually start building on top of. As well as kind of the last 6 to 8 months, it feels like in the gym I've been pushing myself to limits that I thought I would never be able to push myself to as someone who never was an athletic person or was never really in the gym, which is obviously very important, as this year I hope to get into the best shape of my life, which shouldn't be too hard considering, again, I've never really been in shape in my life. Another goal that I have set for this year is that I want to continue creating content and eventually get some more regularity out of it. I don't necessarily think I'm ever going to upload daily. I think maybe 1 to 2 videos a month would kind of be the sweet spot for in the future. And there's a whole thing too where I don't necessarily know how I'm going to handle things once it comes to going down to Florida, just because of the fact that I want to completely focus on the training and take that as seriously as possible, but also at the same point I understand that that's like a completely new environment that in general I've never made content in before, and one way or another I'm probably going to make content. It's just more of if I'm going to release it while I'm there. Content creation has always been such an important part of my life since I started doing it. Even before YouTube or in general, my first experiences with the internet, I remember getting the family camcorder, the huge ones. Me and my brother would steal that and we would make videos. And outside of wrestling has been my main dream. And my last kind of major goal that I have to a degree is kind of not as there's some concrete kind of parts to it, but it overall it's cliche. It's cliche. I want to have a more fulfilling life. Obviously one of the tangibles is traveling. This year on a complete whim, less than a week of doing it, of thinking about it, I went down to Miami completely by myself for about 3 to 4 days. And in that trip, I spent an entire day at the beach. I met some just random people. I ended up meeting up with a longtime friend that actually lives down there that I've only ever known through the internet. The Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather fight was there, so I went to that live. It was all kinds of different experiences. I want to get more into charity. It's been a while since I've really done any actual charity work. That was even something I thought of today of trying to see if I could do, but it was too late to really volunteer. You know, whether it be at like animal shelters or soup kitchens, or doing like a charity event. Like back in the day, I did like a charity stream. That is something that is super important to me, and giving back is something that's super important to me that I haven't been doing, which I've not had the ability to do it for one reason or another, but still it is important enough to where I want to make it a priority. And that kind of also includes like hobbies. You know, when I was 17, right out of high school, I actually started a clothing company, because clothing is something I've been very passionate about since I was a kid. Some of this stuff that I've not been able to do, and some of these hobbies I have, like another one, I've gotten really into boxing, and I really enjoy boxing a lot, and it's something I would also like to get into to a degree. But like, there's so many times where I've sat on my couch and I have said, oh, I can't do this because I don't have the time, but then I sit there and I just would play on my phone. I don't want that to be a thing for me. I've given up so many awesome opportunities just to do nothing. But anyways, I do not want to keep you guys for too much longer. That is kind of my main 3 goals that I have for this next year. I feel like, again, I kind of said this analogy at the start of the video. I feel like before when I tried to do wrestling, and before whenever I tried to do all this other stuff, I did not have a good foundation. I was not confronting the situations that I needed to and working through them, which was the biggest roadblock that I had with being able to do any of the stuff I wanted to do. And now I'm at a place where I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm focused, I have goals, I have ideas, I have plans in place, and that just makes me happy. But again, I don't want to take up any more of your guys' time. I do appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.